Hello, you guys. Morris here. They call me Shamo. What's going on, you guys? Today we're going to be discussing on our part 8, another swing of continue of behind another week that we're going to be starting initially of what's going on up behind the scenes of High on Swing. And we're doing it of another link, but also initially of this and linking part 8 because we know people are still continuing, and we're going to have a discussion about it. The facts here that we're going to be discussing about it. Before we get started, I want to shout out to everybody, to you guys. The reason why you guys disagree is it was supported it. Also, we're going to be discussing about it. But so yeah, let's get started. So yeah, what we're gonna think of it. So yeah, let's get started with this behind the scenes. What's going on with Hollywood stuff? So yeah. And by the way, before we get to continue on this, happy Valentine's Day. I mean, I wish I had a girl by now, but particular date. But I'm still trying to find a girl. I will eventually. Freddie, what's going on? Mondays is going good. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. By the way, nice. You keeping it? You almost getting there. 930 subscribers. You're keeping here. You're getting there. Yeah, it's really not the same like it used to be. Because I remember back in the day that, I remember back then that Valentine's Days is different versus now. I remember Valentine's Day was actually different back then when they used to get with girls and boys taken to dance. Now you get Valentine's to everybody. I remember back. Now a little bit before we get started, continue on this for that. I'm just gonna get with the point continue of Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is way different back then because I remember back in the day that you get cards for a classroom, but I remember back in the day that it used to be different. How many describes to me? You got like halfway to go. You're almost getting there. I'll say about at least, oh my goodness, 80 plus, no, 70, 60. That's a good question. I'm gonna calculate it right now. So that's 789, 789, 8, 9, 10. So that's 70. You need 70 more. You need 70 more for get to subscribe to 1K subscribers. So that's 70. You need 70 more. As get weighted to that, I only got subscribers when I first got it. I thought I was gonna get a trophy for rewarded or to get money. I'm trying to make money in stores, so yeah. But yeah, back in the day, Valentine's Day was different All I do notice for that time that you could get Valentine's for girls and what we request teachers or actors. That I think it, and you could take them to dance. That's different, you know. Or you, or you're supposed to be mom and dad's parents get them for Valentine's too back then. But today you get for that, you get Valentine's for their friends and family. Yeah, Valentine's ain't just different back then, but now it's different. So yeah. Oh man, I miss the old days. That used to be different, but now it's just like sometimes they can't do it. So, but again, I want to say this right now. I miss the old days when Valentine's is different. Yeah. I miss the old days when people used to know how we feel about things and they confidence cheer us up at that time and we had fun and make us happy that time. I miss and nowadays, they don't care. This is how we live in this world. But still Valentine's is still here. That's how it is. Yeah, I just wish I had the time something right now. So yeah, let's get started. Let's look this up with this continuous. So I was going to make a video before I start this swing about this behind the scenes. But yeah, disaster. Let's get started. And then here now, I heard about this other day, and I think for about yesterday or two. These are talking. These something universe. Well, they're not gonna be words, to be honest with you. I mean, they will be, to be honest with you. I mean, I will still could talk about Persidas Paramount by Paramount. Let me turn my camera on right now. Just call it off. I'm in power down. Because I know I had this posted all day. So yeah. So yeah, I got look at what I say. Yeah. So but person is I'm gonna be honest with my opinion about this. Um it will be some words to be honest. But I'm gonna be honest with you, will be better, but my opinion is it is gonna be honest be both for my opinion. But they will be also will be crossovers, not war. Sometimes they will make depends on that what the fans wanted. Who will be better. But they later had crossovers to team it up. Sometimes you make your own original ideas of these characters teaming up between um, Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. That's what I think. As I would have preferred crossover. They made it up and they're teaming up against enemy. That's what I would have preferred. So to be honest, I had to disagree. But persons with, by the other hand, personally with by Paramount with Warner Brothers. What is your favorite Cartoon Network? Oh my goodness, I remember my favorite is Ed, Eddie, and Eddie. The Powerpuff Girls. I remember seeing it. I mean, when I first heard about it as a kid, I didn't get the chance to see it at that time. Um, the Powerpuff Girls and Curls the dog, and a few other ones that I don't remember. I remember as a kid, those are the classic ones that I like mostly. Some of them. I wish they did crossovers that time. I wish they did, but it never happened yet. But I really wish they did a crossover that time. That was my favorite characters of my childhood back then. Yeah, and Gumball. Oh, and that's sort of lab. Those are their favorite. I think I seen Jack Samurai, or Samurai Jack, Bill and Mandy, Calendar. I remember that. I mean, I seen some of them, but I only seen Ed, Eddie, and Eddie, Johnny Bro, Bozo, oh Bravo. Sorry, forget me. Courage the Coward Dog, Dexter the Laboratory, Powerpuff Girls. Now you have some of them like Pokemon. Well, they used to be on here until they got get rid of, but it was on Kids WB that time. It was on Kids WB that time. But yeah, Kids WB that I heard about, I had that DVD. They also owned by that boat, Deeper to the West by Warner Brothers. Because they had a DVD and it worked together with Warner Brothers. So yeah, with the English version. So yeah, purchase with Warner Brothers by Paramount would be better because it would have been a me history. And in fact, I was going to do a video. If they do, then I definitely need to. And I always download that picture so I can make a video of the physical media, what it should be in the first place, because that should have been continuing that. So yeah. Oh, James, my friend here. New master is out now. My own trigger. Awesome. James, Rester, what's going on, man? Yeah, I gotta check this out. And again, people might still listen to it, and people not. But yeah, but the name about it is for Nicktoons, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Land. It would have been awesome, crossover, continuing this. I see there will be cross. I see they will be called. Well, it depends. Like I say, we don't know yet because if they do, if it's confirmed, because I really wish we want a crossover, but it would be awesome if they do, so they get teamed up against them. So yeah, I put all my favorite teachers' Valentines on every all my magazines. So, yeah. Nice. I, I see. So see. So they will be. So yeah, the crossovers between that. Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, it would have been awesome. So now, if it is, then it will be definitely be the classic ones. Cause let's be real, the classic ones like SpongeBob and Danny and every Rugrats, Naruto, Jimmy Neutron, Timmy Turner. Those are the classic ones that Nicktoons have been focused on. They don't care. Well, Ninja Turtles also too. The classic Ninja Turtles too. Maybe the 2012 version. That's what I liked, but not the 2023 version. They don't care about. But I rather prefer the 2012 versions better than the 2023 version because what about Disney Channel? What it were about a lot of people is very upset about Disney because again it's been going on behind the scenes about that. And they're bragging about it, but it's not as the same like it used to be. I used to didn't want it, but at the time when my friends and I and my team had to discuss about this what's going on, it got worse with Disney because of the CEO. It's because it's the CEO. We wanted to do it years ago. Yeah, James is a friend of mine. They became woke. Thanks for clearing that for me. Yeah, James is my old friend of mine. We went to school together. Yeah, they became really woke. I just I heard that one of the actors from yeah, um, yeah, he died. He passed away a few years ago, and that was really sad. I mean, I watched him as a kid. I wish I would get to meet him more, but he passed away. But the thing about it is, yes, that's him. His name is Cameron Blythe Bowen. I wish they would wish that he was still living, but eventually he's not, and that was very sad. Yes, that was the guy who was on there, and he was on the Descendants too. And I wish he would still be here instead of. And a grand and I searched on that, and his grandma actually passed away, and he got a grandma that actually passed away. So that's really sucks for that. It was last year that I heard that his grandmother went, so pray to them. Rest in peace. So yeah, back to the normal topic for that. But one that's going on behind the scenes, Disney Channel became really, well, not just Disney Channel, but Disney also. They became very woke because, again, my friends and I have been talking about this, what's going on, because you've seen a lot of movies like Light Year and Snow White, certain stuff, certain new stuff. They became woke because they hired this with their idea, and I did not notice this. Like, and I will tell you a story before this. Like, a few years before I graduate, no, I think it's like a couple of years after that before I graduate. We seen this movie, Buzz Lightyear, in school. We was on that class one once in a while. Um, and then it was the other movie that we watched. Forgot what movie we seen. I didn't never notice that. Like, I was very excited about it, and then certainly I never knew it and never realized that this movie actually became ridiculous. Well, like, I don't know what's going on with Disney now because of the CEO, and I never realized it was him until I didn't find out, though, and some of my friends noticed about it. But some of the comment thinking it's him, and I have to believe it too with him all the time. And the guy, I didn't get to see. Uh, oh yeah, my friend. I didn't get to see Zombies 4 because I was busy. But my friends is not very interested with this stuff. But again, one of the actors, again, you hire so many people that also became woke. I mean, hopefully, and I did not even notice that, but people are starting to hint it at. And one of the beginners, I did not notice that. It's supposed to be a boy to girl. I don't know. It sometimes it became, and it got very worse with Disney nowadays. And again, I'm blaming on Brian Gordon because of that. But again, they did really. But before this mono and stuff, thinking about the classic stuff they did back in the day. Maybe Disney did really good back in the day, but today they changed. They changed from the classic Disney of Believe It to Magic, Dreams of Magic, to this today of they got rid of that. They changed from Believe in the Magic or Wish for a Magic that we knew of from back then from what it became today. Because Disney never used to be like this. And I'm gonna say this right now. Before they fought Fox, they worked together with MGM, my franchise. You guys probably don't even know I'm a huge fan of MGM. It's been running since I was a kid. And they worked together with Fox with these DVD entertainment stuff. So yeah. Um, so yeah, back to this one. But yeah, but for Warner Bros, yes, want to continue to that. Now I heard and I seen about this, and I want to say this to for that I seen for yesterday or two about Netflix. And I know a lot of us been talking about this so many times today, but it's been bothering me for days. It's been bothering me for weeks because we hear a lot of people been talking about, oh, we wanted Netflix for that. No, and I'm going to say that for the people, not you guys, but the people who support Netflix, the bad side of them. They has they actually made it clear, and I'm going to say this to people who vote for Comcast You know, they don't even have enough money. And that guy who's in charge of Comcast don't said confirmed and said they don't want to get involved with it until afterwards. They might had a partnership with them. Because again, I'm gonna share screen for you guys because a few days ago I did a little bit of history of research for that. So if you guys want to know the truth between Paramount and Communiverse, they both be tied up, but they worked together since 1970. Earlier 70s, they've been worked together since then. And it still has, because again, they both then been tied up. They both came, and these people don't realize, they both came the same year. They've been worked together since the 1970s. All the way down to the 80s. And sometimes they are, but at the same time, they came here the same year. That is it. You know how it is, but they both are tied up because they both came the same year since then. So that's why, I'm okay with working together with things like that, but that will be afterwards. Right now we gotta be focused on we wanted to be focused on for them saving the cinema, physical media, everything, especially IPs and franchises that we all go and watching on. That's what we trying to focus on is for them to whack the world, like Netflix. It's like the guy who's in charge named Chad. It's like the dude doesn't know what he's talking about. There's a lot of witness of YouTubers and fans and audience notice what he doing Netflix. Like it doesn't any make sense. And two people that I seen it on there like few days ago, weeks ago about this. I seen it on there and it's actually true. They actually voted no. And I knew it. I knew it's gonna happen. I knew it's gonna happen. I knew they're gonna start blocking it. Deal from Netflix because we always explained and made this very clear video about this so many times for what Netflix actually did and lied about it. And lied about it. Yeah, Warner Brothers and really I won't say the Warners, but the guy who's in charge of Warner Brothers, it's like Dave Snodswin is gonna be big trouble right now because in him make up this lies, ruin that, put a politics with so many friends like Barbie and Minecraft. Come on, man. Does he don't know of the resource of that? Like, you landed on ideas, man. You landed on ideas. You should have hired a guy that does know about these franchises, not randomly hire them that doesn't know any about it. Like, that's totally ridiculous right now. Don't get me wrong, I mean, we still like comedy, let's be real. But at the same time, working for these franchises that you don't know it of, you should have done it a lot better than that. Not a little better than that, but a lot better than that. And I'm dead serious about it. Of Netflix making wise like it. Like, Dave's not doing, you did it so much dirtier, like every time. And you should never done it in the first place. Like, come on, you guys like Dave Snow You did it so much, like every time. Okay, I'm gonna start reading it so you guys can learn about it. Oh yeah, team up. But I'm really dead serious about this whole situation because every time that I hear about these people complaining about it and think it's over, well, I'm gonna be honest and be real with some of these people who vote for Netflix because we're not. We all know we're not vote for Netflix because they lie. Every time they're telling us lie, and that is the fact that we're trying to figure it out. Is for them trying to manipulate it on Paramount and think they're woke. They're not as woke. They made it clear. I've seen it that video myself. Like, I've seen it myself so many times. Like, once. And they made it clear that they literally want to focus on that. And I said it twice and twice and twice. They care about us. They care how we feel about it. And look how they did with Sonic films and Top Gun. And I think I seen it in a world movie once. But Top Gun, look how they did so many of these films. They gave us what they asked for, and that's why they're making a big budget because they care about us a lot more. They care about it. They care about the fans, and they take inspiration of the guy who passed away, like Walt Disney, and last season of Brian Warner, for example, and a few other ones. They're making this legacy gone. I mean, not gone, but keeping going. I meant keep the legacy going, like keeping the legacy alive. They care about us so much. Now, I want to make this video sooner, but apparently, I said it multiple times, but I feel like some of these people who vote for Netflix still don't understand, or sometimes they want to be jackass about it. You know, we both agree about it. If we could get everybody over there, I know I want it to be happening. I agree. I want it to be happening too. We all want it to be happening. But some of them who vote for Netflix, who really don't understand, and some of them can kiss their ass again. They want to be jerk about it, jackass about it. But for us, and some of them who vote for Comcast, known as universally, and I understand about it, but at the same time, defendable, the DOJ and the government was in it. They might have to pick. They might pick. I'm gonna be really honest with them, with these people. They might pick Paramount because we all explain it twice why they're going to do it. Because we said it that they're the only ones that to be trusted that they can save to keep the data years going and physical media and give us what we want. And I'm about to really make this video for requests for them later on, probably today or tomorrow. No, not today. Tonight or tomorrow. Because we've been explaining, and I covered these things a while back. I said it twice. Because they care about the views and they care about a lot of us. If they could do it with Warner Brothers and give us like Warner Combat that we all very wanted it to, and everything else, then you got a more full control. And not only that, making a bigger budget and give us actually what we wanted. That is the point that I'm trying to make a point about this against Netflix. Some, don't get me wrong, sometimes they had good streaming services. No, they actually became bad. And I'm gonna make this point, break it down. Sometimes they had good shows, But at the same time, when you handle these shows like a bad show, stuff that, and pushing to what are these engenders about that, it's getting way too particular when it comes for Netflix. From buying it, small pieces of streaming services and the studio. So I knew it's gonna happen. I knew it's gonna happen. I knew that these people in this office is gonna block it. I had a swing. I know it's gonna happen because we all know it's gonna happen, and I told them that. I literally said it. They're gonna happen. I sent them my stuff. I knew it's gonna happen because when I seen it on here like yesterday or yesterday before that, I know it's gonna happen because I seen it myself. I know it's gonna happen because they said they're gonna block Netflix, and I know they will. And I'm glad they're blocking Netflix deal because if they because Netflix is gonna buy it, it's going to ruin everything, and we cannot let this happen because that's the reason why we all going to strike against them buying it because we already noticed that they're trying to destroy the industry that has been created for the first place. It's not a company; it's a streaming service. Warner Brothers, Paramount, Comcast, no as Universally, MCM, New Line, Cinema, Fox, Disney, and Fiona ones, Columbia, and Fiona ones too. They are the film company. They've been doing this for years, like decades, since 1910s. But two companies came first, is Universally and Paramount. They both came the same year, but later on, a couple years later on, is Paramount. But mostly, it's a time for. Mostly, it's actually a few months after that. That's them. But two of them came the same year, but it's a couple months apart. 1912. That's 10 years after Hollywood was first started. Because that is a research of it. They came from New York, that is East Coast, and they moved from New York all the way down to California when they split over there, and that is the West Coast, and they started an industry. So that is the reason why Hollywood was first started with two companies, and then 2 years later on, you got Universally, and then a couple months later on, it's Paramount. But before they named Paramount, it was originally called Famous Play Film Company, and then later on, they renamed it the name, and that's why they call Paramount. So they both came exactly the same year, but months apart. And then years later on, a little bit, few years later on, or after, less than that, they renamed Paramount. That's the real history. But the thing about this with the two companies like Paramount and Warner Brothers, it would have been 4 decades of collaborated. It would have been 40 years of collaborated, and I'm telling you, we all know that they're gonna get blocked because they cannot be trusted. We know it a while back, and we all know that they're going to destroy it with Hollywood. Well, Hollywood got actually worse because of this political stuff of disingenuous with Disney and all of them. But when are we talking about it? It's not all the different streaming service. You can't force them or get rid of that we actually said it. Like, did we actually said that we wanted to see them home? Like, what makes you every die there? I give you out there that the people actually said that they ladder to, and I want to say this to Netflix. What give you out there that we said that we rather to stay home and watch TV or streaming servers than go to the movies. They we actually said it. It's our opinion. They just I feel like Netflix trying to take out of our heads or our mind or whatever and put a words in what we said to what they said. It's our decision, but we didn't actually say it. Let's be real. My friends who go out with daters all the time had experiments for that, and they go out with that. Because before streaming servers, Netflix streaming servers wasn't even invented that time. It was just a television. It was just a television. You could watch TV in a television that time. And years after that, it was a DVD. You could buy DVD. Netflix used to sell DVDs back then. They used to sell DVDs before when Blockbusters. But I think Blockbusters did a lot better than Netflix, let's be real. But they would have buy them out if they had a chance, because it was back in the day before Netflix started to change the services, and years after that, it turned out to be good, but at the same time, they turned out to be very, very bad. Did I heard it? There's something's going on behind the scenes. That's why they're going with too much political stuff, and we don't trust them. That's the reason why we preferred Paramount. And I'm seeing this, they making clear that they done with the wilderness. And I'm glad their company like Paramount actually made it clear. And they're not kidding this time. They're not joking this time. They said they're done with wokeness, and I gotta agree with them. They done with that. And they said they're done with it. Well, according to the guy from 2 months ago. They made it clear. And I gotta agree with them. They made it clear they're done with wokeness because they should never get involved. But at least they were from at least Paramount were from major states. Even though we all didn't like it at least at first, but at least they were for their mistakes. And realize that. So that's the reason why that we all trust Paramount, because they're the only ones can save Hollywood. Look how they did with Sonic. They make a bigger budget. Well, according to one of my two friends, they make a big budget. If they can have Warner Brothers too, if they bought it. And I made it with Question 2, but I'm going to start making video pretty soon because I've been focused on that. If they actually buy Warner Bros., hopefully they will want them. And I noticed I'm going to make this weird because a lot of us buy DVDs. I know a lot of people that I've seen over here, they actually buy DVDs. And they've seen on DVDs of their appearance on that time. And I gotta agree with that because I rather for them preferred of the wool vocal. Because you know what? I'm gonna start making that very pretty soon. But that's what I want to start making a seriously mystery ring about this whole sense of within. It's because Ted, the guy who's in charge of it, and this other guy, there are those guys from Netflix who's in charge of that, make up lies and every time. And I know they're gonna get blocked. And he also did. Well, according to the people in the office of DOJ and the federal people, who's won for things, yeah, they're gonna get series blocked, and it is all confirmed. And I know Paramount actually buying it. That's why we try. That's why we all go on against Netflix for moving it, because we always say they don't know what they're doing. And second of all, Netflix is their price is going up. Netflix price is keep going up, and they're forcing people to buy that for the subscriptions. For what? So you could get greedy and more power, using power for that for what? Next thing you're gonna do, look, I had her swing theory. Next thing all wanted to do is for them buying everything. That's just the guy that I was in the video. They want to control the world. Like they want to buy us for anything. It's never gonna happen. We're not gonna let this happen. I told one of my friends, I told the team of my friends, we're not gonna let this happen. And I said, look, we cannot let this happen. That's when I told him we cannot let this happen. That's why we all go on strike against them. And the reason why we go on a strike against them buying it is because we had a lot of witnesses that they make videos on that the DC characters that they're trying to do is going to ruin it. You're going to turn into something that is going to affect a lot of these audience and these people, and including kids. They ain't going to watch it because parents going to go completely nuts. And you did it dirty to these parents' kids, and that's why parents cancel Netflix. That's why the people are very done with Netflix. They're not. They're literally get rid of Netflix. It's their own opinion. They had the right to cancel it. I mean, the reason why they doing it. And 2 days ago, I was very furious, and I hope, and I even glad that they started to block Netflix from merging it, because we cannot let this stuff in. It's going to ruin everything, and it's going to get more woke, like it happened between 4 to 5 years ago. Oh, more than that, 10 years ago, actually, more than 5 to 10 years ago. Or maybe a little bit more than that, or over more than that. But it got worse. But if we added to it for Paramount Person, that means they it's more than that. So they person that plus that, it means like 70 or over that. So all bad they person that, and I'm so sick of Dave Snuffle Wise right now, because this guy's not gonna do this dirty again. I'm sorry, I don't really trust him very much because the guy is dirty very much. Yeah, I was right. 73. 700. So that means 758.1 million. No, not million. Billion. So that's 100 billion of that. Plus that means it's added to that parent that Esri that choose to be more that Paramount actually had a bigger budget. Also, they had a bigger offer more than Netflix. So that proves that Paramount who had a chance to actually buy Warner Brothers. To be honest with them, because they had a bigger budget. Because according to some of the people to Comcast, who's run things, they not very good of promoting fans. And again, theme park. They had made so much money, but doesn't mean what it got to do with it. I mean, they would do it. We'll work something out afterwards. That's the reason why we're focused on Paramount. And the reason why we seeing it, because me and my friends been having a conversation about, discussing about them buying it so we can work together with these partners of mine. Not only that, we wanted to have discussions with bring back Watch Hour 4 and other movies to bring back, but make sure you hire a good directors or bring back a good old directors back that people used to know about it. Bring back old directors and writers, productions. Make sure you bring back the old people or the good people who know about this stuff with good ideas. Not just people is randomly that doesn't know what they're doing if they don't come up with this. This hire that had talented with good ideas of making these films of, you know what I mean. Just hire it and keep with that too. So that's my advice on my thoughts that I give them is just think carefully and think for somebody to hire or bring back the people who worked for them back then. That's what it is. Because a lot of people who's the biggest fan of these old movies, that he then bring it back, revive it to make a continuing that. So, yeah. Now, the Ninja Turtles and Batman. I seen that one and that was great. Now, why do people been talking about it with Warner Brothers and Paramount if they actually merge it? I know they will because I think Paramount actually would have done it way better than Netflix, and I think that we will handle it with Warner Brothers better than the CEO because they're not doing good because it's the CEO. And I'm gonna say this to the people: it's not going to happen. It's going to keep failing. The reason why the company is going to keep failing by doing independent because the the new CEO and the current CEO, and he got to realize that if he wanted to be independent, then they got to get rid of them. Or second, it's going to keep getting worse. That is the reason why that Paramount and these people, no, actually, that's why these people wanted them to buy it. And the reason why it was Paramount first, because they're the first one that actually came in here and purchased it. They came in first, way back, way before these two of them actually came. So that's why Paramount was very the first one, actually first person that actually came from way beginning, last year of September or October. They came in first, way before Comcast and other these companies, before Netflix. And that proves that Netflix is losing. They never had a chance, but Paramount. And the reason why they had a chance because at the first time, way before this, they're the first company that actually came first that wanted the person to buy Warner Brothers and buy these guys out by get rid of their CEO and a few people. They need to get rid of them permanently and keep the good people that does know things too. Because Dave Snyder is the first that I realized that now that I couldn't notice that before because of this, and some of them trying to tell me that. And before this person on that, Power Ranger Day person on buying that, the whites before that. And once I learned who is responsible for this, yeah, it's definitely Dave Snyder's win. No, Dave Snyder's work. Dave Snyder's work is the first person. Dave Snyder's work is the main reason why this company fell of like Warner Brothers because he doesn't know what he's doing. He's breaking his own rules, and he just want the money. He just wanted every power to whack this by ruining this, forces people to fire these actors, and look, this guy is bad news. And I think Paramount would have done it better with Warner Brothers because I think it would make 4 decades of history or 40 years of history between them. Let's be real, it's really not fair what Dave's done today. And second of all, he just want to make up some lines, and I think it's not even fair to Dave Snowswin rejecting Paramount. And don't forget, they're the first company that came first before Netflix. Way months before Netflix. So, what do you got to say for yourself? Because you're in trouble now, and sometimes you gotta realize it. Dave Snowden is a lot of trouble, and he better explain himself too, because he's going to be so much charged and be punishable for his consequences and absence. Because I think these judges should have realized everything we'll be talking about. That is the proof of that. The judge should have known that Dave Snowden is literally trying to sort it for no reason. He doesn't think anything. And that is the problem with Netflix. Like, you sold us in that. You want Netflix to buy the deal, like streaming services and company, while Paramount actually wanted to buy a whole full control of this. They want to buy everything, and I got to agree to it because look at the bright side. Disney, for example, but I really preferred Comcast actually they bought Fox instead of Warner Brothers. Maybe they could work together with that, but Comcast can try to buy Fox. I should have just told movie fan about that too. Damn! Should have told him that while I was in the stream. I should have just gone there telling him that. Guys, damn. I should have told him that while I was on this stream. I should have told him that. Because, again, at the time, I didn't know about it. That was months ago. I didn't realize it until the guy, JD Frank 2. As we mentioned that. And I didn't notice that. But I noticed about it. I should have known. I should have known. Let's be real. I should have known. But I think Comcast would have been better to buy Fox instead. But some degrees that they could work together again. Because again, they can work together because they've been working together since the 70s. And at the same time that these two companies like Universal and Paramount, it's been the same time when Hollywood was first started. 2 years after that, when they first started. That's the reason why. That's the reason why. Oh my goodness. That is the reason why that we all explain it so many times. But I'm pretty sure that we all wish that Paramount actually win. And I'm praying that does happen because we all know that Netflix that is going to get bought by the Venable and the DOJ. And I knew this day is going to happen. And I knew it's going to happen. I told you it's going to happen. And I knew it was going to happen because at the same time, we already know that it's been doing this for two. We all know that they're going to get blocked. Personally. Permanently, I meant. We only know that the federal will block this because they've been watching our videos and noticed that we all going to get swiped because they're trying to be really stupid right now for lying right now. The guy who making stuff up, make up lies, anything. And like days ago, they got tested, and I knew they're gonna get blocked because we cannot let that happen. They always make a decision, and they all voted no. I want to share screen right now because there's a proof that that they all voted no for Netflix because seriously, we all know that they did. We all know that they did. They lied, and they started wanting to be saying it herself. We know that Paramount is going to win. We know that Netflix is going to get blocked. I know it's going to happen because it's never going to happen. Because we all know their secret that they're trying to be really stupid for crazy barnacle wages right now. And we knew it was going to happen because every time. And they all vote no for Netflix. Actually, Netflix deal to think that they can merge out and think they can buy it. Now, Netflix to buy because we know no Netflix that has to be done it. And I'm trying to We trying to see a video or that. Um, I swear I know it's there somewhere, but I know he's there somewhere. I know he's there, but they all vote for to Netflix to no deal, and I know they're going to start blocking it. And they slammed them. They slammed Netflix, and I know it's going to happen. Like I knew it's going to happen. I know there's a thing that they said, and I'm about to make a video again. I know it's going to happen because I seen a post and they said, um, small Warner Bros. Discoveries and Bryson on it, and yeah, they vote on it, and they vote no on Netflix because Netflix did it dirty. What does that tell you? I told you that they're a responsible, and I'm blaming it on Dave Snodsman, and I think this guy will be in trouble right now. This guy should be trouble because he wants more power for anything. He wants to be more than that and be more control of this. Like a control freak. He's just a control freak just like Netflix is. Netflix is a bunch of control freak that he wants to run things. But they break the wall. They break the causeway wall. That's not how it works. They broke the wall. Netflix broke the wall. And Dave Snozzling, you also broke the wall too. So this guy can get in trouble for this too. They should have thought about it. You should have let. Dave Snozzling should have let. I told you it's gonna happen. Like every time. Warner Brothers should have thought about it. You should have let them take care of the company. You should have let Paramount take care of the company. Yeah, Dave Snobbin, you should have let them take care of the company. You should have thought about it. But guess what? Your Nightverse is about to become. And this goes to Netflix. Yeah, their Nightverse is coming regarding this pretty soon. So, yeah, be prepared to. Because of the simple fact, we all know what's going to happen. And hopefully, if it happens, hopefully we need these to start swipe them down as fast as possible. Because we cannot let them win. Because we got, like, next month on April, so we gotta make sure that we gotta find a lot of pools to stop Netflix, man. Because we cannot let these guys win, like Netflix, to buy that and trying to ruin the liking of this company. Because we already know that they're lying right now, and we cannot let them win. We cannot even let them even win in the first place. Because I know they're trying to be really slick right now, and it doesn't make any sense. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to find that. Okay. And again, I know it's there somewhere. And again, I know, and it was no agenda where I should have thought about it, but you know how it is. Still looking, so it could be really itchy. But yeah, we always voted that we always know that the people vote for no for Netflix because Netflix, we only know that they're trying to be really sneaky. I'm trying to find it as possible if I could, so we can do that. I swear, I know it was there somewhere. I know it was there somewhere. It was a photo of that they all voted, and it was this thing that this guy is talking about it, and they all voted for their like. We all know that they slammed to. Why it doesn't the Netflix deal? We always explain it. We vote. We all against it. We all go and strike against it. They already know how we feel about this. And I told you you're gonna regret this. And I said it that you're gonna regret this. Literally. And I said it, they're gonna regret this. Yeah, I think it's Dave's nice one. I think it's Dave's nice one. I think it's Dave's nice one. He's trying to be cheap. He's trying to be really cheap. You know, I think it's Dave's nice one. I think they're trying to be really cheap. He's that forcing them to say that we know it's something because it has proof. I hate to say that right now, but we need to save this industry because we do not. And I hate to say this to people in Twitter who's in the comments, but it's got to. It's the way it is. It's the way it is. I disagree in the comments. Like they gotta understand, they have to be proved by that. I gotta disagree with these people. It has to be proved by that. Don't they realize that they had to go look for it? You know what? I okay. So they slam on that. Flame on net wants into frame net but still. I knew it was gonna happen because Netflix trying to be really stupid. They all voted for no for net on no on Netflix for not. buying Warner Brothers. And they vote yes to Paramount because we all vote that Paramount might have a chance. Because remember, they the first one that actually got it. We are a while back before months before them. So that proves they came way first. So it's not all because it's because who came first to be trusted. And they someone needs to understand about it. Like I'm sorry. The guy needs to realize everything that he's talking about. That proves one person actually say that. One company actually said it that came first. That actually proved that actually Paramount actually had a chance to buy it. But the problem is, Days Noswin is just reject it and make an excuse for his dumb reasons. Second of all, he make up lies, and we know all the true facts about the company because of him. He's the main villain reason that the company fell for the first place. And he doesn't know the history of that because he doesn't know the research of that they've been collecting with movies and TV shows since 1980s. It would have been a 40 years of history. He got to realize everything. It would have been 40 years of history. None of this stuff would have happening if it wasn't for Dave Snodswing, and this guy should got in trouble for first rate for peace sake. And it's literally his fault, so this guy should have got in trouble. Never should never got involved in the first place. He shouldn't. But they been warned, they getting warned for this. And it's going to happen to them because once they find out about the why they did all the evidence by YouTubers that they've been posing and see the facts or evidence facts that they going to do swigging and they worry about it, that's why we all go on swag against them. And once they notice about this, yeah, they're glass. When Netflix is glass, and this goes for Dave Snozman, he's going to be trouble. And I think, and they're also very clear that they literally also going to have to force him and made him to give the stuff to Paramount, the companies to Paramount, because it's also made it clear, and I think they're going to have to make this, so we might have a chance to win this. It's also very clear that the governor and Venable and the DOJ that actually will have to force him because we only had proof that made videos why that Warner Bros. Actually won because of him, and he make up lies. So Judge should have to realize everything. They should have realized thing and realized everything because once they will watch our videos and how we feel about this and realize that they were wrong instead of them overthinking about it. You know, overthinking about it. Because of the fact that they someone who make up lies and he used his powers, want to use his crazy, dumb, abuse his powers to control them and make them believe he didn't do it. That's another lie he did. Because it's all confronted by all these fans that he been accused, these actors, directors, that has been collected for first place. Guess what? We would have had we had a chance to have West Hour for production, but it didn't happen. And we could have had with Power Rangers too, with our projects, if it wasn't for the second rate here. And we could have had a DVD, and we could have had release it with physical release, YouTube, DVD, and streaming. We could have done all of that instead of one. But Dave Snow's winner again. He's gonna regret this one of these days. But I'm telling you, once they find out about this, what this guy has to be done, I'm pretty sure Hope and Will Ace that they will want that they should never trust Warner Brothers like Dave Snuns because this guy should never have been trusted in the first place. So it's his fault that they rejected them, and Paramount had must be the right reason why. And I still think they should be trusted because we all know, and I've been covered some things a while back. So yeah. Alright guys, I'm about to start headed off, even though we're gonna still continue on this, but again, we still gotta fight this, and we had to keep fighting if we wanted to be going. If we could get a lot more people about this, we still can continue on this. But once we keep fighting and keep fighting against them, Netflix from buying it, and also against Dave Snyder, because we wanted him to be fired also. Because this guy needs to be fired immediately. And some of these people who is in it needs to be going also too, because I think the reason why Paramount is wondering about it is to fix the problem. So, yeah. Let's get this thing again. Alright, let's get it settled. Let's get it settled to... Alright, let's get this settled to Freddy Con Square Room. Freddy Garner Squad Crash Room. Saddle to... Official Hero Dawn Boy Louise. Saddle to him. Also saddle to Matthew Guns. And also saddle to him. James Gunner, one of my friends. Go subscribe to him, Brother Wade. Subscribe to him. So yeah, subscribe to everybody. Reason why you guys are the greatest because you support my here's content. Well, sorry. I'm at. Well, what we're doing Wednesdays and Friday podcasts. We you guys are the greatest because you guys are the greatest on my channel. Not only that, you guys are also brilliant, and we're still gonna come for covered up some things again. Continuing this Saturday, and also happy Valentine's Day. I will do this like tomorrow, but right now we'll still continue out this mystery stuff on Sunday. So yeah, we still continue on this, man. Oh god. Still continue on this Monday. Yeah, sorry about that. This thing is getting worse. I think I accidentally paused it by itself. But anyways, shout out to you guys, and you guys are the greatest. And if you guys enjoyed this, please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to put a like button. And yeah, and let me know how you guys think about this because we've been covering things out for a month, like 2 months from now. And that's the reason why we're going to still continue this until we get a real conversation about it because we do not want the thing to happen. And we're still going to keep fighting for that. And once we keep fighting for that, that's the reason why we're here is to fight that. We're here to fight for that for Paramount to win. So, yeah. This is what we're here for. It's for saving industry, to save our franchise. So we can have, having a big talk with Paramount get MGM in it too, because we want 3 physical medias of the DVDs releases. Let's be real. I still wanted the novels back like we used to have. I remember when I bought DVDs and VCR. I mean, my mom still had over there DVDs still in there, but my letters are still with the old logo a lot because it's way better than the new logo. So let's be real. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to you guys later on. But we're still continuing this. But I will see you guys because it's probably night. So yeah, I'll see you, guys. And, also it's your host, Small Ones. They call me Shamer, and I'll see you guys on next Saturday on Swing. We're still gonna continue in this, and yeah, and I'll kiss you guys later on.